Right, a number of events are taking place across the capital over the next few days as part of Captioning Awareness Week. The national campaign aims to give people who are deaf or have hearing difficulties access to the arts, from musicals to museum talks. Well, the charity Stagetext is behind it. Their chief executive is Melanie Sharpe. Good to see you this morning. Thank you for coming in. Let's just talk about this as an issue on the whole to begin with, because I know there are some places that are getting things right.
Yeah. Overall,
do we have the problem where people might think about things, big events, and then actually forget a big part of society?
Yes, unfortunately. There are about 11 million people in the UK that live with some form of hearing loss. So whether that's deaf, hard of hearing, or a general hearing loss, or just miss the odd word, that's 1 in 6 of the population that actually need to be enabled to access the arts in some form or some kind of way. So that's our main thing of, it's not just about ramps, it's not just about hearing loops, it's actually people who need support to actually access the text.
There must be frustrations there, because we do have the legislation in place now to make sure that all venues are open to those with disabilities, and so like you mentioned, the ramps, we can make sure people can get inside, but yet actually if you can't then actually access the content that's being created, why are these venues being allowed to get away with that?
I don't think it's about get away with it. It's about just not realising that there needs to be something else. A lot of people will do a BSL, British Sign Language show, thinking that they're going to be reaching out to a deaf audience. Well, that's great, but only about 1% of those 11 million use BSL regularly. The rest of the population, if you're over 50, you've got a 40% chance of losing your hearing. If you're 70, it's a 70% chance of losing your hearing. So whilst it's not about saying, oh, they haven't thought about it, we're here to enable them to start going, actually, there are things that you can do to widen your audience reach. And we're not here to kind of beat them around the head and be nasty to them. We're here to support them and enable them.
To teach them, I guess, how best they can do this. So there are several events going on in the capital and across the UK. Talk us through what things people can do this week, which will be different to normal. OK, there are 14 captioned events going on throughout the UK this week. There are 8 in London. So Stagetext do captioned theatre performances. That's where you can see the text on the side of a stage on screens. We also do tours, so you can see the text that is typed live on a little tablet that you can walk around galleries and museums, and one of those is happening at the Welcome Collection this Thursday, and also the National Theatre, the Shakespeare's Globe. You can go and see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory at Drury Lane. So there are 8 different events this week that you can go and see in London. Are there places that are getting this right without being encouraged, as it were? Are there places that automatically go to this length to make sure everybody is included?
I think because there are special equipment that you need, you mainly have a dialogue with Stagetext first. So even though the will is there and the awareness is there, they need support in how they're actually going to do it. And the great thing about Stagetext is that we are the world leaders in enabling that text to appear for those 11 million people in the UK.
I imagine if people are keen to be involved or to see some of these events, your website is the best place to go.
Exactly. And I'm going to say www.stagetext.org. So we have listings for theatre, for the galleries and museums, and for digital work, which is also enabling people to access little films that are on websites, or like the National Theatre had the big performance of Hamlet. We also captioned that as well.
Melanie, lovely to talk to you. Thank you for joining us. Melanie Sharpe from Stagetext. That is that event that is taking place this week. 8 of them here in the capital. As Melanie mentioned, head to their website, stagetext.org. You'll be able to find out where and when they're taking place.